I just want to let that ride out for a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hooks, Lines, and Hip Hop. I'm Hakeem.
Jacoby.
We're coming at you with episode 5.
Yep. Four.
Whoa. Hey, I was getting a little antsy.
It's either 3 or 4, depending on if we release the lyricist ones.
That's right. Okay. All right. So episode 3 or 4, depending on which one we release. Thank you guys for joining us. Jake, you got some news for us tonight?
Yeah. We're gonna talk. First off, we're gonna talk about Big Sean's "I Decided" album.
Yes.
So that should be interesting. We'll go into some news first. Mark Wahlberg apparently left the Super Bowl early last night and missed Tom Brady's comeback.
Yeah, Mark should have stuck it out a little bit.
I've said this so many times. Like, I would love to see a Super Bowl, but I could not imagine like double mortgaging. Well, obviously Mark Wahlberg didn't double mortgage his house, but a normal middle class person would have to double mortgage their house just to go see it. Right. I could not imagine going and seeing my team lose. I would never watch football again. But Mark Wahlberg missed probably the best Super Bowl comeback ever.
It literally is of all time.
So that's kind of humorous. I feel bad for poor Marky Mark.
Yeah, poor Marky Mark. Poor Falcons, dude. How you screw up a 25-point lead against the Patriots? I have no idea. But shout out to the Patriots. They won. I can't stand them. Still, I'm a Steelers fan. So you know how I feel about that. But right. Congratulations to them.
This is relating to Big Sean. He was at a concert the other night. And he was performing "I Don't Fuck With You," and there was somebody throwing money. I don't know. The article didn't say if he was throwing money on stage. Obviously, Big Sean doesn't need money, or if he was throwing money at girls. But who goes to a concert and throws money at girls?
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta buy merch, so I wouldn't be wasting money.
Anyway, so he got mad at him. He was yelling. He said, "Hey, quit throwing money."
Did the dude do anything? Also, did he call him little bitch?
I don't know. Whoa there. Whoa there. That's an old one.
Call back.
Chance the Rapper says he's premiering a new music video on Facebook Live as of 4 hours ago, so that may have already happened.
I don't know. Did it happen? Hey, we're not doing too much fact checking right now.
I'm just reading article. The game accepted a plea deal for a case involving him punching a cop.
Yeah, good for him.
A bop.
I hope you better watch yourself, blood.
I hope you don't come after me.
You better watch yourself, blood.
Oh my! Hurricane Chris. It says Hurricane Chris wants to fight Kodak Black from Lil Wayne. Hurricane Chris is going to say, "Hey baby,
hey baby." What? Yeah, that's a good song.
Hey baby.
How does he look now? I wonder. He was like 16 when that song came out.
Shit, I don't know. And he had that little kid walking with him on the train tracks.
Kodak Black. Can you imagine that dude? He walked in with a ski mask at the Breakfast Club. I don't want to fight Kodak Black. Why you move like that?
I don't know.
Why you cool like demonic? That's another demonic. Drake.
Boy Wonder, Drake's producer, says that he doesn't need a ghostwriter.
It's Boy Wonder.
Oh, Boy Wonder? Sorry, I don't really.
You gotta know your dudes.
Anyway, Drake needs a ghostwriter. We all heard the verse he gave to Gucci, and I'm pretty confident he wrote that.
Listen, I think he was giving Gucci half-ass features, but 2 birds, 1 stone is impressive.
But I'm both right. No, that was awful.
Yeah, that wasn't a good song. I agree with that one.
Chance the Rapper says Donald Trump's a dictator in the making. Kind of stating the obvious there, kind of.
Yeah, listen, fuck Donald Trump, but I'm just kind of tired of everybody getting so up in arms. Like, it's becoming really hostile to the point where regular people are affected by what, like celebrities are saying, or it's just like the hate is getting a little too much to the point where people are getting hurt, even if they don't necessarily support Donald Trump. So I kind of just want to see a little more peace. I want everything to calm the fuck down. That'll be really good.
True.
Thank you, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz is my father. I'll say it again and again. Anyway, let's get into Big Sean.
Let's do it.
I know we are both excited for the album, but you were more excited than I was because Dark Sky Paradise really let me down. Like, I was pissed when that came out.
And I went back and listened to it before this one came out, and Big Sean is a punchline rapper, so his punchlines on that stick out like a sore thumb. When you hear the bad ones, you're like, and they're just a barrage of bad ones, and I just felt fucking.
Everybody agrees that his best project was Detroit.
Yeah,
I would probably rank his albums. Probably, I would say the first one, Finally Famous.
Yeah, don't include Detroit, right?
No, I wouldn't, because that's a mixtape. Yeah, but I would say, Finally Famous, Hall of Fame, this one, and then Dark Skies for me.
I would rate him. This one, and that's about it.
Okay.
That's about it.
Well, with Hall of Fame, you kind of saw that he had the potential to rap about something important rather than just rapping about being rich.
Right.
So that was kind of room for, I don't know, excitement. Cause I was like, okay, he's gonna come out and rap about something. So Dark Sky Paradise had me excited, and then it was not as good as I expected, and then it was kind of the same thing with this.
Yeah, you were like almost upset when you heard Dark Sky Paradise.
I was really
I remember
upset.
you telling me basically you were like, this should have been a mixtape, and
It was worse than a mixtape.
the only songs I really liked off that
Should have been a
were-
demo.
The ones I liked off that one were the Lil Wayne song
Deep.
and the Kanye West song he did.
Yeah, All Your Fault.
All Your Fault.
And then One Man Can Change the World was good too.
All Your Fault, Deep, One Man Can Change the World, and then Blessings.
Yeah.
I Don't Fuck With You, but that was kind of before the album. So
Yeah, that was way before the album. I thought he sounded like an angry black woman. Because the first take of that song came out and it wasn't mastered as well as the album, so it kind of sounded bad.
Yeah. It's also Big Sean's voice. Like some rappers have delivery that is like kind of grating on the ears, or you either mess with it or you don't.
Right.
And Big Sean's can get like that sometimes, especially on like a song like 10 to 10, where he's really like reaching up there and like 10 to 10, and you're like you don't have that. You don't have.
Have you
that
heard
bravado.
the remix of Travis Scott and Rick Ross?
I might
it's
listen
hard
to
as
that.
hell.
I might listen to that just because of Travis Scott
This song was kind of like Dark Skies and Hall of Fame
put together.
He had, like, you're talking about how his punchlines really stick out. Like, the one that stuck out the most on Dark Skies, on Deep, he said, deeper than your sister dying, you're telling your nieces. I mean, it's a punchline. It's a punt, but it was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it puts you in the scenario, like, imagine, like, if my sister died and I had to tell her kids, like, my sister and your mom just died.
Absolutely.
But then God.
He's got moments. He's got moments where you're like, that was clever, Big Sean.
Well, you said it before on one of the podcasts, or in a personal conversation between you and I,
right,
that if Wale and him switched, they'd both be better.
Yeah.
And I disagree with you at first, but now I see the merit behind that.
Yeah, because honestly, especially on like, when I said it, it was more when Hall of Fame came out.
Yeah.
And I said this to Jake because Wale is a lot more on a conscious side. And he was really going for that sound, especially on Album About Nothing, which I think is still very underrated. He was going for a more conscious sound. And then you've got Big Sean trying to make these anthems, these turn-up songs like I Don't Fuck With You and 10 to 10 and Mona Lisa, even though Mona Lisa's corny as shit. I think he would have been better on MMG. And I think on this album, he came more into his own. And again, this is by far Big Sean's.
Well, what gave me hope for the album? He was on Fallon and he's like Jimmy asks him like explain the album, or explain the album cover.
Right.
And he had the vinyl and he's explaining the album art and he says the guy on the left is me now and the guy on the right is me in like 25 years. Yeah. And he's like, this album is about me looking back on my life, on all the mistakes I made, and how I'm recreating. I get a whole chance to do my life over and I'm making the right choices. And then when I heard the intro, it just backed up exactly what he said on the interview. So I was like, okay, this is going to be about his life. And he talks about in the intro about how he feels like he lived a life before this one. And he was a
said
failure.
that in the album a few times too.
So I was like, okay, this is going to be really good. And it just, like, I had high hopes because it went into Light, and that was a song with Jeremiah, and he's talking about how the light was more like their soul, how like you can't kill our soul. He's talking about there was a lot of, like, I wouldn't say pop culture, but current events references in there.
Yeah.
Talking about cop killings and
I think the good thing about this album is there are moments where Big Sean really shines in regards to, you can hear the sincerity in the topic matter. Like even on the song, which we'll talk more about later, Inspire Me. Even though I think it's cheesy, or not cheesy, just the punchlines are just not good. Like there's some of them that really just stick out. Well, he's being earnest, and I really feel like there is a relationship with his mother. I was interested in Big Sean's personal story on this album, and I was really glad that he opened up more on this album because I could really tell he was trying to do that.
Speaking of Jalen, if you hear music in the background, Jalen's in the back making beats. But we talked today at work. About this, he was like, well, J. Cole made that song apparently about his mom, and I said, well, really that song was only like one verse about his mom, and I said, and it was actual issues. He was talking about his mom's house being foreclosed on while he was in New York. He said chasing panties, getting dome, and he's like being real with his fans, whereas Big Sean is just kind of being like, oh, my mom made me, my mom this, which is all kind of like obvious stuff.
I
don't know, it wasn't really a prominent sound.
It didn't grab you as much.
When I got to Bounce Back, I skipped it because I had heard it. I thought Bounce Back was trash when I heard it, which the first time I heard it, he did it on SNL or Fallon, and it was really bad.
Oh, like live?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Does he just not have?
Well, I heard it. I was like, it's like he was trying to sound like Drake.
Right. I thought. That's actually. When I first heard that, I liked that because I knew it was on purpose because it was so blatant. So I thought he's paying homage to Drake, and I think he's doing like a little nod to people who think that he sounds a lot like Drake.
Right.
When he did that, so I'm sure it was intentional. And I mean, I still like that song. I didn't hate it, but you really thought it was like trash.
I just didn't like it.
I mean, I like.
I don't know. I don't like the flow. I don't like the banger Big Sean. I like there's a song on Detroit called 100 with Kendrick Lamar and Royce, and he's talking about real shit.
Yeah.
And this
you just want to hear that, like.
Right. Like, we'll move on to No Favors. I was kind of excited because Eminem, they're both from Detroit. I figured they would talk about a song about them coming up in Detroit. The song was about nothing.
Yeah, it was phoned in. You could.
Yeah. I mean, Eminem's verse was sick in my opinion, but it wasn't cool on this album.
Right.
Like, I don't think it fit. And when he said ass raper, I'm like, what the? I thought Big Sean would have said, dude, let's tone the Eminem show shit out a little.
He's lucky he could get into contact with Eminem once, let alone try and get him to revise his verse. It sounded phoned in, and when I saw it on the features list, I wasn't as excited as everybody else. I don't know if it's because I'm not as big a Eminem fan, but I felt like with a name that big, it's definitely going to come phoned in. Just like when you see Drake on Gucci Mane's albums. It's like, yeah, of course. I mean, Drake gives him a half-ass verse because Drake's bigger than him. Like, and people are going to like it anyways.
The next one was Jump Out the Window, which I thought was really going to tie into Halfway Off the Balcony, and it kind of did. It's talking about how it's like a missed relationship with a girl. Mm-hmm. Moves was another hit, I guess.
I like that one. I like that one.
You gotta move. I don't know.
Sorry.
Like when he made the album sound so like introverted, hearing this was just off-putting to me.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, when I saw the album,
introspective,
yeah, I see what you're saying. I think when I saw the album cover, I was expecting a lot more of a concept album.
Right.
And even like Halfway Off the Balcony, like it's definitely got like a catchy hook and stuff, but there's still like it's still kind of introspective. It's on that line. And then when you come with these bangers like Sacrifice and Moves.
Well, he was talking, even though it's a banger, he was talking about real stuff.
Yeah,
he was talking about his great aunt that was a slave. Yeah. He was talking about how he can't imagine the sacrifices he had to make. So probably the biggest hit, I would say, in the long. I think that one's gonna be the song that everybody pulls off this album that they remember.
And Migos killed that song.
Yeah, and
too.
they were saying stuff too. It wasn't just a regular
like, what
Migos.
You gotta give up.
Voices in My Head and Stick to the Plan. It was
Stick to the Plan. That annoyed me so much.
I'll say my favorite song was Sunday Morning Jetpack, and that's the next one after that. Which I text you.
Yeah, you told me.
You and Jalen the link when he performed that at SNL, and I loved it. Right. And then I played it for my wife, and when he started singing, I was like, I hope to God there's a feature. And then I pulled it up and saw The Dream, and I know I told you that was the first song I was going to listen to, and that was the first song I did listen to.
That Dream did really good on that song. I like the outro too, with the choir. I thought that was a nice.
And that touch. They were from Flint, right?
Yeah, and which
I think says a lot without saying a lot.
It does absolutely, and that's what I mean. Like Big Sean, I think this is his most introspective, his most open, his most honest album that he's put out to date. I think people will. I think his hardcore fans might still like Detroit more.
Right.
I think that will be his best at his best.
Well, I've said like Drake. I don't think Drake will ever top Take Care. And when you come out so strong, it's hard to one up that.
Right. Did he put out Detroit before or after Finally Famous?
I would have to check dates. I'm not sure, but
I feel like it was after.
I liked Finally Famous enough to buy it on vinyl. So.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you got it on vinyl. I don't hate Finally Famous. When I say I didn't want to rank the album, if I were doing an honest ranking, it would be not including Detroit. It would be this one. It would probably be Finally Famous, and then Hall of Fame or Dark Sky Paradise are interchangeable to me because I won't go back to those. Neither one of them is really like.
Right.
as listenable to me. But this one I feel like has the most staying power because for the first time we're hearing more who Big Sean is as a person,
Right.
and I can't thank him enough for that.
I know Kanye's going through some things.
He's gonna put out an album this year too, rumor.
Yeah, TurboGrafx 16.
I hope so.
The rumor was it was supposed to come out before 2016, but obviously it's some stuff
before
going
2017.
So this has been, I think, the first album that he wasn't on Hall of Fame, which I could see why. But he was on Finally Famous and he was on Dark Sky Paradise. So I wonder why he wasn't on this.
I think Kanye gives out his features kind of sparing. I don't hear him too much on a lot of stuff.
I know he's big on Big Sean because of the way they met. He really was inspired by the way that Big Sean addressed him when they saw him. When they saw each other and met in the Detroit studio. I don't remember what radio station that was. But that is a cool story if you haven't heard how they met.
I think it could just be maybe Big Sean wanted to do more of the heavy lifting on this album.
Right.
Because the features are scarce on this album. And where there are features...
They're good.
They're good. And
minus
more
Eminem. I didn't like the way that they didn't mesh well.
It just didn't fit. It didn't fit the song. Not that Eminem's verse was necessarily bad... But I think he was trying to do like, hey, remember edgy Eminem?
Yeah.
Like that's honestly what I heard when I heard his verse.
To be honest, Eminem probably had that verse written for like 3 years.
And also it sounds like it was poorly mixed or something like that. It sounds like he was recording in like a bathroom.
Well, okay, let's get into Inspire Me because that was the one that we both had the biggest problems with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start out with the good thing.
Yeah.
I like the first 4 lines of the 4 lines of the first verse.
Right.
He said, "You tried to keep me away from temptation." He's speaking to his mother, by the way, or about his mother. He said, "You tried to keep me away from temptation. Introduce me to the Temptations. Marvin Gaye and the Isley Brothers, dancing so hard in the living room, shaking." So I like that he's kind of like talking about like the music he came up on because like me, I obviously make rap music, but I'm a huge fan of Willie Nelson and the Grateful Dead. So it's cool to hear who he grew up on.
That's why you favorited my Grateful Dead tweet, bro.
Grateful Dead's hard.
Yeah, they really are. This is off topic.
My mom got me into that.
I was just, they put out like a 50th anniversary thing on iTunes. If you haven't listened to it, I would go check it out because honestly, I did not know how great, like some music really can stand the test of time, and they really are an example of that because it sounds so good. They've got a lot of blues influence in them. I love them too. But
so I'm gonna start. That's the good thing about this song. I liked how he talked about that, but the rest is just corny.
Yeah. First of all, I want to. Okay.
Are you about to read a new byline?
When I look at it now, I laugh.
Take away you should be taking. Asia, Africa,
Dubai, anything you want, I do buy.
Just want you to know I do try.
And it just hurts. Like what throughout this album, like you have hints of good moments, but then there was one I texted you. I'm gonna try and find that.
It was the Ye Found Me. I know it's on.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up.
I saw it a second ago. It was gonna mention it. Yes. I didn't think it was that bad. I kind of liked it.
Ye found a pro. Guess I'm profound in this bitch. Come on.
He could have done without the in this bitch, but Ye found a pro. Now I'm profound. Because Ye's a pro. Admit it. And
now, he was so really just thinking like outside the hemisphere with that one. God dang it, Big Sean.
Okay, so maybe Big Sean should take some hints from Drake and get some ghostwriters.
And
he probably did. That's what's sad.
Here's something we should address too. A lot of people say that Big Sean sounds like the poor man's Drake.
I can't dispute that.
I can't either because he kind of leans on that introspection while also trying to make a hit, with like a good hook or maybe something catchy. However, he just doesn't pull it off with the same finesse as Drake does. Like and also Drake's singing voice is stronger than Big Sean's. Like,
well, I hate that we're just ragging on Big Sean because I've seen him live. I saw him with Logic and Kid Cudi, and he can perform. He put on a good ass show.
I wish I would have seen that now.
I just think he has his place and he should stay in it.
We said, you and I were saying that if any album we're gonna put, this was gonna be the one that if it were great,
right,
that it would push Big Sean up to that Kendrick Drake,
because he definitely has the resources to do such.
Right.
He has people like Kanye around him, so he's made hits with no ID. No ID's helped him. He has
a lot of resources.
Yes, he has he has no means to not succeed. He has all the means to do well. He's like
an upper B list rapper. You know what I mean when I say that? Like, if you've got your A list, you've got TDE and.
Well, I would say he's an A list feature and a B list rapper. Like, when you see a song featuring Big Sean, you're going to tune in because this is going to be a fire song. Just like 2 Chainz. When you see a 2 Chainz feature, it's going to be good.
2 Chainz A-list in my
okay, 2 Chainz is A-list. But when you see a 2 Chainz feature, you know it's going to be harder than a 2 Chainz album.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, like for example, like a Collie Grove. Like, right. I can't really think of the song.
There was a tweet. I'll try to find it and put it on in the description. But it was a top 7 of Big Sean's features. And I know, what was it, Click? Was on there. Or no, it's Mercy. It was Mercy.
Oh, Mercy's on there? Oh,
Mercy's on there.
Bad list,
All Me with Drake and 2 Chainz. That's a good song.
That's all right.
And there were a few others. I know he's had 2 with Meek Mill that were
But you
huge.
thought Mercy was like a good feature? That's an ass state. Roll my weed on it. That's an ass tray. Hey, I made a song last year called Ass.
Please stop.
Mercy's a great song. His feature was not good on it.
Anyway, but his features are better than his albums in my opinion.
Listen. I think I'll still put this one in my rotation. Believe it or not, like, as much as I think this is like a slightly, I put this slightly above average because honestly, when I texted you, Inspire Me pissed me off, and I told you that.
I was at work, and we were I was kind of confused when we were texting, but we figured it out.
But I was like, Inspire Me pisses me off. But now that I'm listening to it more,
dude, this is fucking crazy. So I'm scrolling through iTunes to try to find my hidden hit and throwback track, and Big Sean Essentials come up. So let's talk about this. Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay, hit.
That's definitely
awesome.
Hit.
My Last was good. I Do It. That's one of my, still to this day, one of my favorite Big Sean songs.
It's like a Quagmire line.
He says,
that go boing.
I'm gonna look it up. We'll keep talking. Fire was on here from Hall of Fame. Paradise, which that one was all right. I Don't Fuck With You with E40. People shit on E40's verse, but E40's verse was
E40
good.
is
Mercy is on here, so obviously I'm not the only one that thinks Mercy.
The Big Sean verse is not good though. Like it's just because it's like a star-studded.
Dance remix, ass remix should not be on here. Fuck Nicki Minaj. Blessings. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Blessings. My Kiki. Lick my ass in my anus because I'm finally famous.
Stop. That's why he knows it.
I had to throw up. Blessings. Burn with Big Sean and Meek Mill. It's on a Meek Mill mixtape. Was one of the Dream Chaser mixtapes. Heat.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of, not Mercy.
Click.
The one where I don't know. Which is the one where they're in that like warehouse? It's like the trippiest ass music video.
Yeah, Kid Cudi's in it with a freaking ninja mask on. Yeah, that's Mercy.
Okay, that one. That's one I was talking.
Yeah, that's
and Beware, which was awesome.
Beware. Okay, that's an example of a song that I like by Big Sean where he's sticking with the topic. It's got a good hook, and he got Janae Aiko to do the hook. He's having.
What do you mean he got her?
He got her.
You know they.
That was before then. She was still looking at my boy. Who was the guy who did Wizard with a?
I don't know, but anyway. King Chip.
King Chip. She was married to King Chip for a little bit.
Man, shit. You learn shit every day.
Yeah, exactly. But yes.
Do you have anything more to say about this?
Not really. I'm gonna say my favorite songs off of it were Light. I like Bounce Back. I'll still play it. Halfway Off the Balcony. I love that song. Sacrifices. Bigger Than Me. And that's probably about it. Maybe Moves. Yeah, I'll play Moves.
We're making moves.
I got the moves.
You got a move.
What about you? What are your favorite tracks?
I like Sunday Morning Jetpack.
Yeah. You talked about that one.
I like the line he's talking about. Send something like he's talking about to his mom. He's like, "You're the reason," or to his mom and his grandmother. He said, "You're the reason I touched my first Franklin. Now I'm hanging the Kanye crib with Kirk Franklin." And then we talked on one of the last episodes about how
a good punchline
Franklin is in the South.
and a good punchline.
I like Sunday Morning Jetpack. I liked Light.
Yeah.
I liked Halfway Off the Balcony.
What's the song with Dream? That's Sunday Morning Jetpack.
Yeah. I like Sacrifices.
Yeah, Sacrifices. Sacrifices is hard. That could have been like a bonus track on Culture. Yeah. That was cool. Overall, what are you giving this album?
A strong like 55.
Hit me with the 10 out of 10.
Okay,
so like 5.
I'll give it
a 6.
A 6. I know what's his name, Anthony Fantana would be like.
He gave it a 6.
Did he really?
He gave it a 6.
I didn't watch that one, so I didn't know.
Yeah, no, he gave it a 6.
Wow.
I'd give it. I told you 4. I would stick with like a 5.5.
Okay.
Maybe like a 5.
Okay. Well,
I'll stay with 5.
Okay, stay with 5.
Strong 5.
All right. Hidden. Well, okay. Hidden hit. Go hidden hit first.
I was playing our hidden hit. It's if you guys haven't heard of Ugly God, he's been blowing up. It's called Bitch. I'm playing my. It's produced by Ugly God. It's just a fun song. Like if you're in the group with your friends and a girl who's okay with hearing the word bitch like a lot.
Well, me and my wife and Jalen and my kid got back from dinner, and I get out of my car, and Ashley gets out of my car. Jalen gets out of his car, and Hakeem comes rolling up, bitch. Jalen says to me, "Imagine pulling up to this like at a funeral."
That's my hidden hit.
All right, my hidden hit is it's kind of new but kind of old. It was off of Donnie Trumpet and the Social Experiment and Chance's album Surf.
Okay.
Familiar.
Okay.
Did you listen to that one? It has Guavo's on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're not really saying much. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's more of letting Guavo, and there's a guy, King Louie. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, King Louie's hard.
It's kind of letting them just stay in their own lane and do what they want to do. But I thought it was a cool song. That album has a lot of cool. That Sunday Candy came off that album. That was a huge hit for Chance.
Yeah, Sunday Candy is legendary. Yeah. If you guys haven't heard that one, check that one out too.
All right, what's your throwback track?
Ooh, I'm so glad this makes the cut. It's like just barely.
Oh. By the way, what did we say? Throwback track 2 years?
A year.
1 year? Okay.
Yeah. So this is from 2015. It's Keep Dealing. It's PushaT. It's off PushaT's T's album, Darkest Before Dawn, the Prelude, and I'm hoping King Push comes out this year.
I don't though, because he's gonna retire. He says he's done with that.
He's not gonna retire. He's been doing this since 2002. He's not gonna retire.
Dude, he's got that coke money.
And he's CEO of freaking Good Music.
No, he won't be done, but we won't ever get a PushaT album.
We're not getting that many songs out of him now, as is. You know what I mean? As if he gives me a fire album and then retires, fine. We've got a ton. We've got clipping we can listen to. We got some solid mixtapes, but. This is a Keep Dealing, and Beanie Siegel's on it. And if you guys haven't listened to Beanie Siegel, he lost his voice, so he's rapping on this one, and he just got like this like demonic whisper, like he sounds like he might
like XXX.
No, not like XXX. Talks about taking white women to Starbucks.
All right,
but yeah, Keep Dealing, off Darks Before Dawn. Check that one out.
This is actually. I was 2 years old when this song came out.
Oh my god!
It's called Retrospect for Life. It's another Common. And everybody's like, people are thinking like, "Damn, get off Common."
You're on that Common.
Common is fastly becoming my favorite rapper.
That boy's woke.
Yes, it's called Retrospect for Life. It's featuring Lauryn Hill, and if you've never listened to Lauryn Hill,
listen to the Miseducation, please.
Lauryn Hill and like Jill Scott.
She's another person I wish would put out another album.
Won't happen.
I know, and it makes me so sad.
There's another one out here that's pretty good. I was thinking about it. That's a part 1 and part 2. It's called Stolen Moments. There's part 1, and then part 2 features Black Thought from The Roots.
Just recommend the whole album.
No, I don't want to plug a whole album. It's not the rules. But it came down to 2 songs out here, and this is off his album. One Day It'll All Make Sense.
I'm gonna plug in one more song then. Untouchable. Might as well.
Okay.
That's that whole album. It's short as fuck.
You just skim over money, pussy, alcohol.
No, I don't like that one at all. I don't hate it, but hey, we're not gonna review that one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening.
I forgot Jill Scott was on that album too.
Yeah,
Last track.
And Kalani's on here. This is the hardest.
Oh, Kalani is still relevant, even though she had a song with Post Malone.
Hey, she put that album out.
True, I saw that.
Yeah, a lot of 15-year-old girls are bumping that.
Should make sense because a lot of 15 girls are bumping the Post Malone album too.
That's that white girl turn up music.
White Weekend. It's not no white girl turn up. It's the White Weekend.
I tried to go back and listen. I don't get it, Jake.
All right.
That's your. I guess that's
I listened to it already once today.
Oh my god. Post Malone, yo, you gotta stand, dude.
See you on TV.
Oh my god.
Hit those names.
Thank
Hold
you
on.
guys.
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna ride us out?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I'll write us out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to add another track though and lay some auto-tune over that. So stay tuned for me bumping some congratulations. My mama called, see you on TV, said some shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Stop laughing. Ever since I was young, they said I wouldn't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations.
Yo.
Malone, I gotta play on my phone. Alright, this has been episode 3/4.
Sleep 3/4. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. God bless. Hooks, Lines, and Hip Hop. Check us out on Twitter at HLH. Leave a like, subscribe.
And check out that Post Malone album.
Check it. Good night.
Alright, this is it.